A Harris-Walz ticket could be a tremendous asset for cannabis reform, but Senate hurdles remain, says an expert. That's right. With the upcoming 2024 election featuring the first explicitly pro-cannabis legalization presidential ticket in U.S. history, cannabis industry experts are weighing in on what this could mean for federal policy. Schafer, who I personally know, is the executive director of the National Cannabis Roundtable and upcoming speaker at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference. She provided insights into the potential impacts of a Harris-Walz administration on cannabis reform during an interview. In a quote says, "Having a pro-legalization ticket is a tremendous asset to advancing cannabis reform," Galoob said. She noted that the Biden-Harris administration had made more progress on cannabis issues than any previous presidency, and it is likely that a Harris-Walz ticket would build on that foundation. Both Harris and Walz have been vocal supporters of full legalization, and their administration could take further steps toward reform. Pause that real quick for a second. That is total BS right there, okay? Total BS right there. I'm calling BS straight up on that, because the reality of it is that the Biden administration hasn't done anything for cannabis reform, nor did the Obama administration do anything for cannabis reform, and Trump technically did more for cannabis reform than any of these people. Okay, and even with his past presidency, even if it goes to Schedule 3, he still did more because he signed the 2018 Farm Bill. Nonetheless, we're going to continue on with this story. Legislative and political challenges remain despite the optimism surrounding a Harris-Walz administration. Galoob emphasized that the path to full legalization is far from guaranteed. In a quote, "Even the most pro-cannabis presidential ticket means very little if the Senate and House are not supportive of reform," she cautioned. She also predicts the current political landscape indicates neither party is likely to secure the 60 votes needed in the Senate for sweeping cannabis legislation, making bipartisan support essential. I agree with all of that part. And Galoob explained that while a broad legalization bill might struggle to pass, more targeted reforms could be achievable. I wonder what she means by that, but nonetheless. Executive actions as a path forward. In the absence of comprehensive legislation reform, Galoob pointed out that the executive actions could still make a difference. In a quote, "A pro-legalization ticket could still undertake executive actions on cannabis. For instance, an executive order could direct federal agencies to reassess their internal policies for cannabis." Yeah, that's really going to do a lot, she said. Or I said that, but she said that. Rewind this a little bit. Such actions could help create a more favorable environment for cannabis businesses and investors. That part is true. And even if Congress remains divided on the issue, Galoob is set. Hold on, scroll it. No, other way. That's that. No, keep on going all the way up. I'm not promoting that part. Yeah. That's pretty much this is the whole article. I'm sorry. The rest of it is going on to just talk about the fact that she's going to be at the Benzinga conference on October 8th and 9th in Chicago. But nonetheless, there's no need to go in and read all of that, you guys. But this is a whole bunch of gaslighting, I feel, by Schafer Galoob and the I don't know if she's speaking on behalf of the National Cannabis Roundtable for this, but I'm not buying any of this cockamamie crap for a second. But I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I like how you discuss gaslighting, because you gaslit us during your commentary, Jason. Yes, Trump did sign the 2018 Farm Bill into law, but his intention was not to open up.
It doesn't matter the intention; it matters the effect, bro. It matters the effect.
It does, because his intention speaks to his willingness to do that again in a second term.
Hold on, Sohum. I have another point to that. He also is not campaigning to say that the Farm Bill should be reversed or there should be certain provisions in there. So he is not trying to change what is already pre-existing. So all of that stuff that you're talking about doesn't exist except for in your head.
No, what I'm saying is that you're implying that because he signed the 2018 Farm Bill,
he's done more for weed than anybody else has.
Okay, I will agree that he has done more, but his intention matters, because you're using it to imply that during a second term that he would be the most reform-friendly candidate.
He would be the most reform-friendly.
That's gaslighting. He
100% would be the most reform-friendly.
You're making up context, and that's gaslighting.
No, he would be 100% the most progressive candidate on this issue, and for a couple of reasons. He's the biggest on criminal justice reform, and he has the best record on criminal justice reform, unlike the
let me guess, and he's a felon, so
it doesn't matter. He'd be the perfect example.
Much like the word woke and many other things, I would be very, very surprised if you can get an actual answer from a Republican as to what gaslighting is.
He has been the most progressive candidate. Hold on, Jenny. He's been the most progressive. Jenny, hold on a second. He's been the most progressive candidate as far as criminal justice reform. With the First Step Act, okay, where his opponents, the Harris, Kamala Harris, has locked up more people for cannabis than pretty much anyone else running for president. And on top of it, Walz, her vice president nominee, created a snitch line for people during the pandemic to snitch on their neighbors. So there is no way that this is going to be a pro cannabis administration under a Harris-Walz administration.
Should we talk about Walz's record in Minnesota, and should we talk about the adult use initiative and the cannabis beverage market that they've created there, the Delta 9 and THC?
Is so amazing.
I know you love that. I know you love that, Jason.
I
knew you were going to love that one.
Industry. Yeah.
They created an industry just for Jason, the Disty juice.
No. I'm going to turn on Jason Beck today because obviously I'm staunch Republican voting for Trump, but I'm not I just don't go straight down Republican, right? I vote on issues because I care and I have a brain and I'm able to do my own research. But Jason, gaslighting, just to explain, is when you're being the asshole, yet you're trying to make someone else feel as if they are. Gassing up is these articles that you read that are so fucking, fanciful.
Whatever.
So that's the difference there.
Great.
But also, you should have cut me off and been rude. I wouldn't have come for your head right now, but I love you, bud. You're my best friend. I know you don't. But let's stop pretending. Like, I appreciate you. I'm excited to vote for Trump. Like, I'm definitely doing that. But he's not legalizing cannabis either. Nobody is, because they don't give a fuck about us. Done.
Last president to do anything significant with marijuana was Richard Nixon when he signed.
I was about to say it's got to be CSA.
Hold on, so you don't think the Farm Bill was significant?
Do shit to help us. Fuck you, Jason. I'm talking. Nobody's going to do shit to help us. Okay. Nobody's going to do shit to help us with cannabis. None of them on either side. They're blowing smoke up all of our asses, and you out there trying to give somebody some leg over another. They're all full of shit over weed. They're not going to do shit for us. Stop it.
I don't know. 2018 Farm Bill did a lot for weed.
Mic drop.
Yes.
2018 Farm Bill did a lot for weed.
No, it
shut up.
Didn't do shit for weed. It's still illegal.
It is. It is. But
Jason just loves the 2018 Farm Bill so much because he could go to a brewery in Minnesota and drink THCA beers.
I love it. What do you think about this, Stone? You've been pretty quiet this morning.
I think you love that Farm Bill because what it did for your Delta 8 that you love so much.
Yeah.
You're all over that. I think if we're looking at the candidates that are running and we have hope for reform, I do think that the Harris-Walz team is definitely going to be more progressive for getting something like that done. Trump he had nothing to do with that other than signing it, the Farm Bill. So he didn't create it.
That's
it wasn't his thing.
I mean, signing it's a big deal, bro. You can't get past without him signing it.
And it sucks because if you don't have the House and the Senate to go along with you, then you're fucked. So you guys like to play a lot of games on the other side.
Checks and balances.
And shout out to the C Word who has a big old super chat who says, "Do we not enjoy the freedom that comes with it being decided state by state?" I'm not mad at that. Yeah.
Not in Texas.
Yeah.
People don't get to choose in Texas.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I was just saying, not in Texas, because the people don't get the choice to choose here. That's up to our
you guys got to get rid of Dan Patrick.
My question is for the C Word. Are you gaslighting us?
Oh man.